Now, a survey conducted by ZiG Prime showed the following prices converted at ZiG to 1:13.5. A 10 kg pack of millimil is now going for an average of 85.5 ZiG, which is around $6 US. A 2 kg packet of sugar is selling at an average of 38 ZiG, which is about $2.80. 2 liters of cooking oil is going for an average of 41.5 ZiG, equivalent to $3 US. 1 kg of salt is going for about 6 ZiG or 50 cents. Beef is now going for an average of 76 per kg, while bread is at 13.5 ZiG. 1 liter of milk is averaging 17 ZiG, while 2 kg rice is selling at an average of 36 ZiG. Now we are joined by ZiG Prime Head of Business, Andy Hodges, to discuss more about the new currency and how the market has reacted. So very good evening to you, Andy. Has the ZiG found its correct value in the market so far? And if not, what grace period is needed?
It's a very good question. Look, let's look at this properly. The ZiG trading at the moment officially is around 13.4, 13.5. That's the exact rate of ZiG based really on the price of gold, based on what we estimate the Zimbabwe dollar, US dollar is. It gives you a cross rate against ZiG. But here's the issue. You go to most retail shops, you go all around town, even the parallel market. If you go to some shops, they're trading at around 16 to 1. You can work it out. You can go look at the ZiG price, work out what the US dollar price is, and you can find out it's about 16. Some shops are even trading as high as 18 to 1. The question is why? Nothing has changed. Nothing has happened. Effectively, it looks as if shops, and particularly formal retail shops, are making hay while the rain shines, so to speak. And obviously, that conversion rate between what the old prices used to be and what the new prices to be is the issue. And I think that authorities need to start looking and talking to retail shops to ensure that they're converting at the right price and they're not raising prices for consumers. Because what we don't want ZiG to do is to raise the prices of basic goods and commodities.
So now prices are generally stable in local currency, but some retailers are using rates that are higher than the official rate. Can we conclude that this can be purely speculative and a way of forward pricing?
One of the major issues, of course, that ZiG has to deal with is confidence. Confidence from the market to accept that the currency and the exchange rate will be stable. Why? Well, we have a memory. If we can even go back as far as 2008, and ever since then up to now, we've had about 4 currency changes over the last, 5 or 6 years. So obviously people have this historical memory. Now, what normally happens whenever there's a change of currency or there's a currency change in Zimbabwe or something changes is that retailers and particularly suppliers, look, in this case, I won't look at the retailers, I look at the suppliers. The suppliers are the ones that are selling their products to retail shops. So the question is what price do they foresee or think the rate will be? And that is where the forward pricing element comes in. So you may find that it's the suppliers who are giving the retail shops this forward pricing rate, and the retail shops are forced to sell on to the client using that rate. So it's very important that we believe that there's confidence in the ZiG. Business must believe there's confidence. They must believe in the ZiG. And it may take some time. Remember, we've only 15 days into ZiG, so it does take a while before people believe it, and it hasn't yet traded. There's been a lot of confusion or supposed confusion in the marketplace. But there's no doubt that this issue of forward pricing is a practice that needs to be stopped in Zimbabwe.
Now, the RBZ said that there is no reason to increase ZiG beyond the value of the reserves that they have at the moment. Will it deter those that are behind the black market?
Not really, because don't forget, there's already $80 million worth of ZiG in the marketplace, and that is what was being traded on before ZiG came in, $80 million in Zimbabwe dollars. So as a result, the parallel market is still out there. I would like to focus on the one issue that is important. The problem is that we still have to, as Zimbabwean citizens, pay rent in US dollars. We have to pay fuel in US dollars. And there's still many citizens who are getting paid a portion, if not all of their salary in ZiG or in the old days in Zimbabwe dollars. So the question is, where can they source currency to meet the requirements that they have on a monthly basis, on a daily basis? Things like fuel, you have to pay in US dollars. The Reserve Bank has said fuel stations do not have to take ZiG, and they're not going to be forced to. So where do you get it? The governor called us who trade in the parallel market in an illegal market, which means that many Zimbabweans are trading illegally. But still, the question remains, unless there's an avenue for Zimbabwean citizens to be able to access US dollars somewhere, whether it's through bureaus, whether it be financial institutions, yeah, there will always be a problem with the currency when it comes to citizens.
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.